Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to Bluegrass Home and Garden TV. If you joined us last time, you saw me struggling to make our tomato cage grapevine kind of topiary for the fall. So I learned a lot, that's for sure. You probably got quite a few laughs seeing me struggle with that stuff, but that's okay. We're gonna do a really quick Halloween one. I am not a huge Halloween decorating person. Like, I make my kids wait until after they get back from fall break to do any of the Halloween decorations, but I go along with it because they love it. So we're gonna do one that actually I might let one of the boys keep in their room kind of as a Halloween decoration. I have these purple lights, which I love, but they just don't put off enough light for me. So I did find some of these at one of those dollar places that is orange. Now I need another extension cord here, but just so you can see here. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna unplug these for right now. I've already got these attached lightly with a few little things here, some of our little bread ties. I've used 3 because the way that these came, you can't plug one into another unless you plug them all right here. I'm gonna take the purple ones out because I don't need them. They're just, I love the purple color, but it's just, they're just not bright enough and I want them to be able to be bright. So I just used the 3 spokes here, kind of just wrapped them in and out. I've already combined this. And we are going to use black deco mesh. Almost like a tool. You could actually probably use fabric tool if you wanted to. And these were little, probably about 9 to 12 inches rolls. You know, they come in a lot bigger rolls too. I liked these. I don't want to be able to see completely through it, but I don't want it to be so covered that the light's not coming through. So I took 2 of these, unraveled them, and just combined them. And then I started working covering this. So there's no, if you're a professional deco mesh artist, I apologize. I am not. I just kept working with it to make it look the way I wanted. So I'm gonna get started on that. We'll be back. This one's really, really easy. Great one to get your kids involved with, so stay tuned.
And how we all doing today? And it's beautiful. Kind of headed toward late fall, and the Thanksgiving's not too far away, a few weeks away. So we really got to step it up and get the house looking good for all the folks in the family and the moochers and all the people's coming to eat your food. So, but we're gonna look good. So if you look at this, basically it's like a bouquet, right? But we call them drop-ins. One of our lovely favorite, one of the favorite employees, her name's Nora. Nora came up with this idea and she calls them drop-ins. And so basically you can have any vase that you want. I'm gonna slide this over and show you the idea. At home, and you buy this little drop-in and you just set it on top of that, and then you're not tied to that container. You can do a different container, you can do different drop-ins in different colors. But how smart is that? Love that. She had a little genius idea. So I'm going to show you how to make this drop-in, aka bouquet. It really is a pretty simple idea. You hunt and gather, and all of you who have made flower arrangements will say, oh, we need to buy odd numbers or 2 or 3. I'm always going to go challenge that. So when I picked up stuff, I did it on purpose. I picked up 2 beautiful white sunflowers, okay, not 3, kind of nestled them together. I went through and I picked up this lamb's ear, cut the price tag off. I'm going to put this to the back side of it, pull my sunflowers to the front, and get my second, not third, second lamb's ear. See how that kind of nestled together, and then this beautiful texture of seeded eucalyptus. So I'm gonna put one in the front, kind of underneath my sunflowers, kind of pull that forward, and then I'm gonna put my second one in the back, kind of a little texture. And then I did do 3 berries. So again, I think I want one kind of hanging out the front a little bit, kind of pull it forward, and to add a little bit of height in the back, I'm going to tuck that in. And my last one is here. Okay, so we've created our drop-in for our vase. So I literally can cut these stems off and just kind of sit it down in there, but I'm going to make it super easy. And guys who have seen it before, but for the newbies, a zip tie is your friend. So I'm going to wrap this around my stems, if I can say that. Pull it together, cut it off. Okay, look at that. And you literally can just drop this inside of that, and you don't have to remake this every single time. So I'll cut this off. We'll come back in a few minutes, and I'll start showing you how to create a moment out of the drop-in that we just made, and we'll make a beautiful place for you. See you in a few minutes. Thank you.
The WKYT First Alert Weather app, alerting you first to inconvenient weather, tracking storms live, and bringing you hour-by-hour forecasts wherever you are. Download the WKYT First Alert Weather app today.
Hi, I'm Richard Weber from Springhouse Gardens. Did you know that getting your hands dirty is sometimes a good thing? Digging in the dirt has been proven to reduce stress and provide a sense of happiness and contentment. Come find your happy at Springhouse Gardens.
Here at Hubbard Mechanical, when we say we only charge you for the services you need, we mean it. We've got the invoices to prove it. This customer was told that the repair was going to be $1,200 by a flat rate book. We were going to save them hundreds of dollars, but we ended up saving $900 because we found out that the parts were under warranty. This is just one example of how we save our customers money during their time of need. So next time you're in need, give us a call here at Hubbard Mechanical and see the difference yourself.
This is Richard Weber from Springhouse Gardens. It's never too late to start gardening. It's simple, it's fun, and we can show you how. Come see us at our garden and we'll help you get started on yours. Where buying plants is a walk in the park.
Okay, so again, if you really know how to work with Deco Mesh, feel free to message me on Facebook. Let me know if you think there's an easier way to do this. I'm not going after a very specific look. Again, like I said, it's Halloween. I, in the grand scheme of things, really don't care. I am doing this solely for my kids. So I'm just wrapping this around. I'm gonna go back though. I found these cute metallic purple pipe cleaners that I'm gonna cut in half and use to kind of tie it and use it almost as a decoration in some of the joints to kind of keep everything in place. And I don't care if there's a little bit of gaps, you know, showing through, that's fine. I just don't want it to be like super transparent. So we're just gonna keep wrapping this around. And I can go back and, you know, keep working it and everything. But then once I get it to where I'm like covered, and you know with this type of stuff, you don't know how tight you need to wrap it or how loose, so you get it all the way down to the bottom and don't end up with a bunch extra, or you end up here needing more. So that's what we're doing here. So I'm just kind of wrapping it. And then we can go back and we can add whatever we want. I still got quite a bit down here. So I'm gonna keep working on this. We'll be back here in just a few, and then I'll show you how I use these to help secure it, but also to kind of help give it a little bit more life.
Richard Weber here at Springhouse Gardens talking about the best time to plant trees. Here we are in October and early November. That is the ideal time for getting new trees into your landscape. You might not think that it's still time to plant, but really any time up until about the middle of December is an ideal time to get trees in the ground, mainly because the ground is still workable, it's not too cold, and most of these trees are starting to go dormant. Plus, nurseries like ours that still deal with balled and burlap trees, which are basically trees that have burlap around the root ball, those are available to be dug from the nurseries anytime in late October into November and early December. So we're stocking up at that time, so the selection is really good, and the trees make that transition into their new homes much easier. It's easier for clients too because they're not going to have to water as much. Once the leaves drop, the roots are still continuing to grow, and here in central Kentucky, root growth is going to continue up until probably the middle of January, because that's when the temperatures, soil temperatures and air temperatures are the coldest. So as long as you get them situated in their new places by the middle of December, they have time to get settled in. You won't have to be watering them as much. And then when they wake up in their new environment in the spring, they're ready to really take off, and it's less work, less hassle, lot easier to get them going in your new yards. So, might not be the thing you're thinking about heading into the holidays, but it's a wonderful time to add a new tree or shrub or evergreen in your landscape. So if you want more information, you can find us. We're here year-round at Springhouse Gardens at 185 West Catnip Hill Road in Nicholasville. You can find us on the web at Springhouse Gardens. And also our email is greatplants@springhousegardens.com. So come out, check it out, and think about a tree for this year for your garden.
Here at Hubbard Mechanical, when we say we only charge you for the services you need, we mean it. We've got the invoices to prove it. This customer was told that the repair was going to be $1,200 by a flat rate book. We were going to save them hundreds of dollars, but we ended up saving $900 because we found out that the parts were under warranty. This is just one example of how we save our customers money during their time of need. So next time you're in need, give us a call here at Hubbard Mechanical and see the difference yourself.
How do you create the garden of your dreams? The right plants, in the right place, with the right soil, and with our advice. Come see us at Springhouse Gardens, where buying plants is a walk in the park.
The WKYT First Alert Weather App, alerting you first to inconvenient weather, tracking storms live, and bringing you hour-by-hour forecasts wherever you are. Download the WKYT First Alert Weather App today.
Comfort Master came in and helped me do an assessment because it's a geothermal unit. The value that they give us is really important, and you know, if that's $1 or $2 higher, I'm okay with that because I know the guys are safe, I know they're well educated. Just had a great experience with Comfort Master.
All right, so I am cutting these metallic pipe cleaners in half. I almost want to use them like a little bow. I used this one down here to secure this. And if I had time, I'd go back and just adjust this a little bit. But for right now, it's going to be fine, especially by the time I add everything in. So what I want to do is I want to go into some of these joints. And I just want to weave that in. And use that. And you don't even have to do it in the joints, honestly. Like if you just want to bring some of your deco mesh together, you can. Sometimes it's a little hard to figure out exactly where, but we'll go over here for right now. But I just want to use this like tinsel, because that's kind of what it looks like, right? So there we go. We'll just keep adding a bunch of these. Find a good amount. This also keeps it from looking like you just literally wrapped it like a mummy. Although a mummy with a Halloween one wouldn't be a bad idea. All right, so just keep working on this. And here's the thing too, like if you don't like the way it's looking when you grab the whole piece of deco mesh, there's nothing to say you can't work this through actually the holes in the mesh. So again, have fun with it. Nobody's gonna come and judge you for it unless you're doing it here on the show. Then I know somebody out there is judging me saying she does not know what she's doing with that deco mesh. But I'm having fun, and that's all that matters. And hopefully just inspiring some of you all to get a little creative. Have fun with your kiddos, your grandkids, whoever, your neighbor's kids. If there's a neighbor that maybe just needs a little loving on, maybe do something with them. Okay, so we're just gonna, you can do as many of those or as little as you like. I'm gonna add a few more and we'll be back and then we'll really start getting this thing going. All right, stay tuned.
Okay, the last time we left off, we were working on making one of our drop-ins. So now that I've got that made, I'm gonna start with, I've collected all these vases and I've got this beautiful tray. And the reason I think this is important, I feel like a tray kind of grounds everything, and I'm gonna shift everything and put it on this. And for me, like then all this moment can go on the kitchen island. It also can go on your coffee table, kind of the two places I imagine it. But the thing is, with the island in particular, if it's all sitting on here, I think it looks prettier, but you also can lift this and move it if you're trying to cook or if you got too much of this crap in the way, or you can slide it around. So that's one thing, it's pretty, but it also makes it more functional. So I'm gonna take my vase, kind of sit him toward the back. Now remember, this is what we made. There's drop in, literally, plop. Okay, got our funky little vase. and I'm going to pull it. I'm going to nestle it right there. And all this is, I should show you, is it literally is just, this is called sedum. This is our artificial stems, and I cut it off just a little bit. I mean, we can do this, right? That's that simple. Kind of nestle that in, and then we got our final vase. And notice how I pushed it off to the side, because I feel like it's too tight and I needed a little breathing room. This one's kind of nestled under there, and this one's off to the side. And then our last little piece of the puzzle are these wonderful monochromatic pods. I've cut some of the stem off, and literally it's just taking a vase and sticking a few little branches in here. When I first started making this, I did just the pods, and I just didn't feel like it had enough personality to it. So it goes back to the leaf is your friend. And again, cut a little stem off. But look how beautiful this is. Might be a little tight. Nestle it a little bit. Tweak it a little bit. Pull this toward the front. And literally it's just stuck in there. And another little layer is, because this is kind of burgundy-ish, brownish burgundy. We've had these beautiful velvet pumpkins this year. Cut the price tag off. Again, and a sweet little something. And then I can say this is done, but I also have this beautiful purple little seeded branch if we want to. I really like that just because it just adds a little different texture and different color. And purple is not something that you normally would think for fall. But again, because we're going toward late fall, all these berries and leaves are starting to get this really darker, browner color. And I think some of that kind of makes sense for late fall for me. Anyway, here is one beautiful moment. We're going to come back one last time, and I'm going to show you the same concept, but totally different colors. And just to tell you how easy it is to change it up using the same tray and the vases, but just different flowers. See you in a minute.
This is Richard Weber from Springhouse Gardens. It's never too late to start gardening. It's simple, it's fun, and we can show you how. Come see us at our garden and we'll help you get started on yours. Where buying plants is a walk in the park.
Comfort Master came in and helped me do an assessment because it's a geothermal unit, and he helps maintain the geothermal, and he helped give me some ideas about how to insulate the crawl space better to create more energy efficiency. And the value that they give us is really important. And you know, if that's $1 or $2 higher, I'm okay with that because I know the guys are safe, I know they're well educated, I know they're coming on time and doing what they say, and I can trust them. That means a lot. Just had a great experience with Comfort Master.
The WKYT First Alert Weather App, alerting you first to inconvenient weather, tracking storms live, and bringing you hour-by-hour forecasts wherever you are. Download the WKYT First Alert Weather App today.
This is one of those crafts, you all. It looks better in the dark. It's still cute now, but this is really going to shine, especially this one, in the dark. Yeah, so I've worked on my ties. If I had time, I would go and I would do it all around it for the kids' room. Found these cute little glitter spiders. I'm just gonna probably like tuck them in a couple different places. You could hot glue them in if you wanted to, pipe clean them in. I'm just gonna tuck them in for right now. And worst case scenario, what you can do, because again, it's mesh, find a hole in the mesh, tuck one of his little arms in there, and just kind of make him work for you. I've got both lights going from one extension cord right now. So I can't move these very much. Also found these cute little metal words for Halloween. We got spooky, we got beware, we got haunted. So I might just tuck one of those in here as well. Yeah, so I'll keep working on that. We'll work on these, those. I might play around with a few little flowers up here, and we'll be back. We'll see how it goes.
Hi, Richard Weber here at Springhouse Gardens, talking about some of the better trees to plant here in central Kentucky. One of my favorites are any of the oaks. They are long-lived and they get, very, very large, and they'll be here for many generations. So, but not all oak trees are created equal. We're seeing some problems that, when one species of oak, namely the pin oak, was planted all around central Kentucky. And pin oaks aren't very well adapted to our alkaline soils. So that's why you're seeing them not thriving and actually declining over the years. So one of the similar types of trees that looks a lot like a pin oak is this one called a scarlet oak. And a scarlet oak is more readily adaptable to our calcareous soils, or our limestone soils. One of the nice things about scarlet oaks is that the leaves do turn a pretty red in the fall, and they drop their leaves in the fall instead of holding on to them until the wintertime. The other thing about scarlet oaks is that they have a more horizontal branching pattern, whereas a pin oak has the descending branch pattern. So it's easier to keep these out of your driveway and off the street. So besides being better adapted, having nicer fall color, it is just a really good all-around tree, and you'll get some nice fall color on it. So we've got some nice larger size scarlet oaks available, and this is a great time to get them in the ground because they're not going to shock near as much as when it's hot and it's dry. So once the leaves start to fall, it's a great time to dig them out from the nursery and plant them in your own yard. So come out and see us at Springhouse Gardens. Hopefully we'll have some of these available for the entire season. But we're out at 185 West Catnip Hill Road. You can follow us on Instagram or Facebook, or give us a call at 859-224-1417. Until next time. Hi, I'm Richard Weber from Springhouse Gardens. Did you know that getting your hands dirty is sometimes a good thing? Digging in the dirt has been proven to reduce stress and provide a sense of happiness and contentment. Come find your happy at Springhouse Gardens.
Here at Hubbard Mechanical, when we say we only charge you for the services you need, we mean it. We've got the invoices to prove it. This customer was told that the repair was going to be $1,200 by a flat rate book. We were going to save them hundreds of dollars, but we ended up saving $900 because we found out that the parts were under warranty. This is just one example of how we save our customers money during their time of need. So next time you're in need, give us a call here at Hubbard Mechanical and see the difference yourself.
The WKYT First Alert Weather app, alerting you first to inconvenient weather, tracking storms live, and bringing you hour-by-hour forecasts wherever you are. Download the WKYT First Alert Weather app today.
This is Richard Weber from Springhouse Gardens. It's never too late to start gardening. It's simple, it's fun, and we can show you how. Come see us at our garden and we'll help you get started on yours. Where buying plants is a walk in the park.
Everyday Kentucky, weekdays at 9 a.m. on WKYT.
We're making a mess, but we're having fun. All right, so I've tucked the little words in here. I'm going to try to add some floral. I really don't want this green showing, so I'm just gonna pull this off. But let's see, I kind of want to tuck it like, what do we think? We like? Or do we want something a little bit more, I hate to say morbid, but I don't know, like these little flowers kind of look, oh, I kind of like those better. Again, this is trial and error. Error. All the crafting is getting to my brain. Yeah, I like these because they're just a little bit of touch of a floral, but not over the top. So we're just gonna take that green off. Well, I didn't mean to take it off the stem. There we go. Just gonna work that in there somewhere. Yeah, and that kind of plays well into the, if you look at these, they have a little bit of purple in them and lime green, which I like. And that kind of plays into the purple that we've got. Well, that one just does not want to cooperate with me today. But it kind of plays into the purples we have here as well. So, all right, so I'm just going to keep working these in, and then I'll go back and secure everything and make sure that nothing's you know, disappearing on me. Do I like, ooh, I kind of like the blue too, the dark blue. I mean, because think about Halloween colors, things that go together. It doesn't always have to be just orange and black. I kind of like these blues as well. So we'll just keep playing around here. We'll be back and we'll have it all wrapped up for you. Our little spooky topiary.
Okay, the last time we left off, we were talking about these vases and I created a moment on my tray, and it was really talking about late fall and these kind of browny, purpley kind of tones of color. I want to show you another version. It really is the same tray, the same vases, the same concept as a drop-in, but this one has got that beautiful quintessential sunflower, and just so sweet. And then just a little bit of greenery, kind of set him down in there. Okay, and my last thing is bittersweet, which I think is absolutely just classic. Cut it, my little extra length off, and I put it at a little angle. Notice I put this one at a little bit of angle, and I put that in the middle. Ain't working. Let's cut her off some more. There we go, and I'll fluff it up a little bit. But basically, this is an exercise to show you if you get the tray right and you get the vases right, you can change the colors easy. And this you can leave this on your island, and this can become your next Christmas moment if you want to. So I hope you got inspired. If you want to, just come and see me at the shop. It's 1148 Industry Road, or you can find many of these things online at housebyjsd.com. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks.
Whew, okay guys, we're out of time. But overall, I think it's fun. Yeah, it's a little gaudy, but I think it's supposed to be. It's Halloween. And I think it's different, and I think at night it's going to be fun, and the boys would love it in their room, you know, because some of them still like to leave a light on. Actually, what am I talking about? Both of them like to leave a light on. Some sort of light. And most adults do too. So, overall, I think this one is an easy win. Not much money invested into this at all. The most expensive thing I used was the deco mesh. So, and that just happened to be because I couldn't find any at one of those dollar places. So, have fun. I think you could use tulle as well because it's still going to give you that sheer look. You just wouldn't be able to poke the holes through it as easy. But overall, I think it's a win. So, have fun. If you want just a little bit of spooky, there you go. We'll see you next time.